Namaste students, I am Javin Dr. Aziz Mohammed Khan from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science in Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the topic heat resistance of microorganisms. Resistance means we are giving heat conditions so that the microorganism can be killed. We want to protect the food material, and for protecting the food material we need to sterilize the food material so that the microorganism cannot grow. So we heat the food material, but some microorganisms have the ability to tolerate the high temperature. They have the ability to tolerate high temperature. So these this ability of these microorganisms is known as the heat resistance capability. Sometimes the microorganisms are not really heat resistant, but some factors are responsible by which these microbes can tolerate the uh, high temperature. So first we need to understand what are the factors, and the cells and spores of microorganisms differ widely in their resistance to high temperature. Uh, for example, if the small number of cells are present, means the bacteria or fungi are present in the colonies in a food. If the number of bacteria, number of fungi are low in quantity, then the resistance will be low. If most of the cells, means अगर बैक्टीरिया की नंबर ज़्यादा है तो उसमें रेजिस्टेंस ज़्यादा होंगे. स्मॉल नंबर के अंदर जो रेजिस्टेंस होते हैं उनके अंदर जो होता है रेजिस्टेंस कम होता है. तो जो कुछ फैक्टर्स हैं उनके बारे में हम देखते हैं. फर्स्ट इज द टेम्परेचर एंड टाइम रिलेशनशिप. The time for killing cells or spores under a given set of conditions decreases as the temperature is increased. Means uh, when for the sterilization of food material, uh, we increase when we increase the time, we decrease the time. We increase the when we increase the temperature, then the time must be decreased. Means for the temperature above 72 degrees centigrade, we add 30 seconds. We give 30 seconds. But when we increase the temperature more, then the time is reduced also. That is the 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So whatever we how when we increase the temperature, the time we have to decrease the time, because the food will be of no use. If we do not decrease the time, then the food will be of no use. So we have to decrease the time. But if we do not decrease, the bacteria, fungi will be completely killed. But the condition is that the food will also be of no use. Next is initial concentration of spores. Uh, if the spore or cells are high in number, then the heat resistance will be also high in the bacteria. Similarly, the previous history of the vegetable research, some conditions under which the cells have been grown in spores. It means the जो बैक्टीरिया होता है, फंगाई होता है, उनको हम किस कंडीशंस में ग्रो करवा रहे हैं, वो कंडीशन उसकी माइक्रोब्स की वो इम्पोर्टेंट होती है कि उसकी जो कंडीशन होती है, प्रीवियस कंडीशन होती है कि कहाँ से हमने आइसोलेट किया है, कौन सी कंडीशन में आइसोलेट किया है. जैसे वो एक सिंपल माइक्रोब है या फिर वो स्पोर्ट्स बन चुका है, तो उसकी जो कंडीशन होती है वो भी इम्पोर्टेंट होती है उसकी हीट रेजिस्टेंस के लिए. इसमें जो फर्स्ट कंडीशन वो होती है कल्चर मीडियम। अगर किसी माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म को एक सूटेबल मीडियम मिल गया, ठीक है, अगर वो मीडिया उसके लिए बेटर है, तो वो उसके लिए अच्छा रेजिस्टेंस होगा, दैट विल शो गुड रेजिस्टेंस, इट विल बी गुड फॉर द सेल्स एंड द माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म। अगर, क्योंकि जो मीडिया होता है उसके लिए वो बेटर कंडीशंस प्रोवाइड करवा रहा है, और अगर वो बेटर कंडीशंस उसको प्रोवाइड करवा रहा है तो जो माइक्रोब्स होता है वो हीट के प्रेजेंस के बावजूद भी उसमें ग्रो कर सकता है। तो डिपेंड ऑन ऑल्सो द मीडियम, कल्चर मीडियम। सेकेंड इज द टेम्परेचर ऑफ इंक्यूबेशन। हीट रेजिस्टेंस इंक्रीजेस when the incubation temperature is raised, मीन्स अगर कोई बैक्टीरिया है उसको हम 30 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड पे ग्रो करवाते हैं और वो ग्रो हो रहा है, उसके बाद में हम उसको टेम्परेचर को इंक्रीज करते हैं, 37 कर देते हैं, तो वो टेम्परेचर जो होता है उसका ऑप्टिमम टेम्परेचर बन जाता है 37 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड। इसके अलावा अब हम थोड़ा और इंक्रीज करते हैं तो वो 37 से और ऊपर जो होता है, जो टाइम, जो टेम्परेचर होता है वो उसके लिए ऑप्टिमम बन जाता है, ठीक है। तो जैसे हम उसको टेम्परेचर जो इंक्रीज करते हैं, शुरू में अलग होता है, स्टार्टिंग में अलग होता है, और बाद में हम थोड़ा सा उसमें इंक्रीज कर देते हैं, तो वो टेम्परेचर उसके लिए सूटेबल बन जाता है, ऑप्टिमम बन जाता है, तो वो हीट के प्रेजेंस में ग्रो नहीं हो पाता है। मतलब जब हीट दे देते हैं उसको, और ज़्यादा हीट दे देते हैं तो फिर वो किल नहीं होता है, क्योंकि इसमें स्पोर्स जब बन जाते हैं, वो स्पोर्स बनने के बाद में किलिंग नहीं होती है, क्योंकि वो टेम्परेचर की कंडीशंस के लिए रेजिस्टेंस स्टार्टिंग में हो जाता है, क्योंकि उसके लिए जो ऑप्टिमम टेम्परेचर, जैसे 28 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड है उसका ऑप्टिमम टेम्परेचर है, हम उसको ग्रो करवा रहे हैं 28 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड, लेकिन फिर हम उसका ऑप्टिमम टेम्परेचर 38.5 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड कर देते हैं, तो उसका ऑप्टिमम टेम्परेचर चेंज हो जाता है और उसमें रेजिस्टेंस बन जाता है। नेक्स्ट इज फेजेस ऑफ ग्रोथ और एज। बैक्टीरियल सेल्स know the greatest resistance during the late lag phase, but almost as great resistance during their maximum stationary phase. Means all the resistance is generated during the stationary phase. If the age of cell is in the stationary phase, then the resistance will be high. And if the young spores are present, they have less resistance, but uh, more aged, more aged bacterial spores are more resistant. So the age of the spores also dependent on the resistance. Lower the age, lower the resistance. Higher the age of cell, higher the resistance. Next is desiccation. Dried spores of some bacteria are harder to kill by heat than those kept moist conditions. It indicates that moist heat is better for killing of bacteria. But if we are giving dry heat, then it is not killing the bacteria, and moist heat will kill the bacterial spores very properly. And dried heat is more suitable, and the bacteria will be resistant to the dry heat. Next is the composition of the substrate in the cells or spores are heated. The next is moisture, which indicate that the moist heat is more effective killing other than the dry heat. If we are giving the dry heat, the bacteria may not die, but if the heat is moist, means autoclave, if we are giving autoclave heating, then the bacteria will be die. But in the dry heat condition, the bacteria may develop resistance. Next, the pH, hydrogen ion concentration, means the pH of the cell, the conditions in which the bacteria are going. Suppose that some bacteria are in low pH, that is the pH lower than 3.5, then they are resistant to the pH. If they are resistant to pH, a particular kind of heat resistance is also developed in those microbes only. The next is uh, the other constituent of the substrate, means it is the composition of substrate, means the bacterial substrate whatever we use, that is the culture media. If we are giving that culture media, then the or we are giving the food material, then the food material moisture is important, because if the moisture will be high in the substrate, the bacteria will not die. If the dry moisture, if the bacteria is grown in the dry substrate, then they can be killed. But in the moisture substrate, they cannot die. And the moist heat is also suitable for the killing of the bacteria, but dry heat is not suitable for the killing of the bacteria. Next is the pH of the substrate, and the third one is the other constituent, including the salt, which is present in the food, also have the protective effect on the some spores. Similarly, some sugar protects some organism by their sporulation. So these are some constituents which have the bacteria for resistance. They can tolerate the heat. Now the heat resistance of microorganisms and their spores. First we must know what is the thermal death time. The time of a particular kind of temperature, means we are giving that 80 degrees centigrade for 1 hour, for 2 hours, for 3 hours. If the bacteria is died after 4 hours, then the thermal death time is 4 hours. And the next is thermal death point. It is the temperature at which the bacteria is killed. For example, if we are giving same kind of temperature, such as if we are giving same kind of time and we are changing the temperature. For example, we are giving the temperature 40 degree, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 degrees centigrade, and same time 10 minutes. Then the thermal death point, if so, suppose that the bacteria died at 90 degrees centigrade, 10 minutes, then the thermal death point is uh, 90 degrees centigrade. Now the heat resistance of yeast and yeast spores, the resistance of yeast and their spores to moist heat varies with the species and even the strain. For example, ascospores of yeast need 5 to 10 degrees centigrade more heat than the vegetative cells. Ascospores are killed at 60 degrees centigrade for 10 to 15 minutes. So both the things, the time of killing and the temperature of killing are also important for the killing of the bacteria. And but these esco, if they have spores, that such as the ascospores, are more resistant to killing other than the vegetative cells, that is the normal cell of the yeast. Next is the heat resistance of molds and mold spores. Asexual spores are more resistant than the ordinary mycelium. Similar, like like the yeast. Suppose that there is a yeast, that is the aspergillus. Suppose we are growing aspergillus in a medium, and we want to kill the medium after 10 days. We are we want to kill the fungi after 10 days. So we need 60 degrees centigrade. But when we grow the fungi aspergillus for 25 days, then after 25 spores will be generated in the fungi, and after generation of spores, the fungi will need more temperature for the dye, such as 80 degrees centigrade, 90 degrees centigrade, because spores have the capability to survive in extreme conditions. So heat resistance is generated by the spores. The example is Mysomyeloma fulva, very heat resistant mold on Sclerotia, which are difficult to kill by heat. Some of them can survive heat treatment of 90 to 100 degrees centigrade. So they are resistant to direct heat. They need moist heat, means they need to be killed by the extreme high temperature for such as the autoclaving. Next is the heat resistance of bacteria and bacterial spores. Some cocci usually are resistant than broad, and similar thing is also followed for the bacteria, because if the bacteria also some of the bacteria form the endospores, which form the endospores, the endospore forming bacteria are hard to kill and they are more resistant. Similarly, the cells which are high in lipid content are harder to kill. So these are the conditions by which the bacteria can develop heat resistance in themselves. Next is the heat resistance of enzymes of microbes. Some food and microbial enzymes are destroyed at 79.4 degrees centigrade. But some of microbes will have different kinds of enzymes which are very resistant to heat, and these enzymes cannot be killed at the 80 degrees centigrade. So the examples include the hydrolases, lipases will retain a substantial level of activity after ultra high temperature process, and these enzymes are very heat tolerable. So when these enzymes are present in the the microbes can survive for a longer time because they are heat resistance. So for every kind of for giving a temperature to a particular microbes to killing, we need to design a particular temperature. We need to model the temperature of the conditions so that these microbes can be killed at proper temperature. So lecture is over here. Thank you very much.